Tonight, a leading pharmacist with a stern warning about procuring your prescription medication. Black market pharmacies, he cautions, could cost you your life. Some changes on the opposition side of the Senate. One member steps down and a new one prepares to join the ranks. And exactly 1 week ago, Eva Hilton Primary School won the Junior Junkanoo Parade. And now it's time for a celebration. We're there, and we'll show you all the highlights this late night, Thursday, February 5th, 2026.
Bahamas tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
Good evening, and we welcome you this late night. I'm Corvell Pyfram. At the start of our newscast, a stern warning here tonight from Bahamas Pharmaceutical Association President Dr. Marvin Smith. Pay up front, or you could pay with your life. His statement targets members of the public purchasing what are supposed to be prescription drugs without a doctor's signature. Cleopatra Murphy starts us off here at 11.
President of the Bahamas Pharmaceutical Association, Dr. Marvin Smith, is calling on government to appoint full-time pharmacy inspectors, also appealing for stricter enforcement of laws in the face of a local daily article that some pharmacies are unlawfully selling powerful prescription drugs to the public without a prescription.
Bahamas Pharmacy Association wrote the Pharmacy Act for the government. We wanted to have enforcement. We're asking for enforcement. And since 2009, we have not had a single full-time inspector appointed in one of the most important industry sectors in this country. If you can afford to send price control inspectors to us every week, all over, you can give us one full-time inspector.
His comments come as the Ministry of Health and Wellness warns when medications like antibiotics and strong pain relievers are sold without proper medical oversight, persons could have adverse reactions and could also fall victim to counterfeit products. While the ministry says it is working with the Pharmacy Council and other partners for regulatory oversight and legislative reform is being advanced, Smith is adamant more must be done. He warns the public, acquiring prescription medication without a doctor's prescription is not just illegal, but dangerous. Also warning pharmacists selling the prescriptions to refrain.
If you're doing it, stop it. The BPA will not protect you, will not hide you, will not cover for you. If you're doing it, stop it, because you're putting our people at risk.
Smith says individuals purchasing medications through the black market are putting themselves at risk.
We have persons who get some of the stuff from maybe either an underground pharmacy or a pharmacy that's not operating at standard, and then they are unsure what they got. So what do? They bring it to the pharmacy they actually trust, all right? We're going to be starting to record these complaints. We're going to document these, and we're going to forward them to the council.
He advises if you are unwell, see a doctor, then the pharmacist.
You may cut out that middleman, but you're going to get the fella at the end of the cycle, and that's the fellow who can sell the casket.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Okay, Cleo, no prescription required here, but tonight's daily dose of politics. Opposition Senator Maxine Seymour has abruptly pulled the plug on her tenure as senator after 4 years of service, leaving questions unanswered in Parliament and beyond. Our Leah Cooper has more.
Seymour has resigned from the Senate. She makes the announcement in the upper chamber on Thursday in a heartfelt address.
I rise today with gratitude, humility, and a deep sense of responsibility to formally tender my resignation from the Senate of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas after more than 4 years of service. This is not a farewell born of fatigue, nor a retreat. It is a transition guided by principle.
Seymour was first appointed to Senate back in 2021 by then opposition leader and former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis. In fielding questions from reporters outside of Senate, Seymour dodged questions surrounding the purpose of this late resignation, especially in light of a pending general election in the coming months.
Being able to serve in the Senate is such a blessing, and I don't take it lightly. To being able to pass laws, legislation to make a difference in our country is nothing that I take for granted, and I have had that privilege for more than 4 years since the fall of 2021. And so I'm grateful for every day that I had an opportunity to serve in this honorable place, and I look forward to continuing to serve without being a senator, because a title isn't necessary for service.
During the last general election, Seymour was ratified as the Free National Movement's candidate for the Seabreeze constituency and lost that race to the Progressive Liberal Party's Leslia Bryce. Asked if she's eyeing another seat as the party is set to announce more candidates, Seymour says this.
Service is continuous. And while I will not be running in the upcoming general election, I remain fully committed to the Free National Movement and its ideals. There are, I think, only 2 seats where we've not named candidates. One of them is that of the leader. And so, no, at this time, I won't be filling any candidacy void.
Opposition leader Michael Pintard, minutes after Seymour's resignation, issued a statement thanking her for her service. He says Senator Seymour used her position to uplift the most vulnerable among us, advocating for girls' and women's rights, child protection, mental health, and social justice. Shortly after that, Pintard announced that Nicole Martin has accepted Pintard's invitation to serve as a senator on behalf of His Majesty's loyal opposition. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Also here tonight, Progressive Liberal Party Chairman the Honorable Fred Mitchell believes any pushback to Randy Rowe, the party's pick for the Bimini and Berry Islands constituency, will be canceled out by the work of the PLP. Mitchell was responding to whether or not he believes the party's chances of winning the seat would be hurt because it's elected a candidate some have expressed they do not want.
The Progressive Liberal Party, it's the Progressive Liberal Party's policies, and whoever the standard bearer is will support those policies. So it's the policy mix which I think is the most important thing, and the leadership which has been provided by the country. And I'm satisfied that in Bimini, in the Berry Islands, that people will consider the case for the PLP and vote for the PLP. That is my hope and expectation.
The PLP's final candidates ratification exercise this past Sunday has left little doubt with many that the country's next general election will happen soon. Exactly how soon, only the Prime Minister knows, and he has signaled it to his team to get ready. And while speculation and even excitement build over when the big day will happen, servant leader of the Bahamas Constitution Party, Ali McIntosh, is urging the Prime Minister to set a date. McIntosh, who announced that she will contest the Angliston seat currently held by Education Minister, the Honourable Glenys Hannah Martin, believes that while setting the election date is the Prime Minister's prerogative, he must be considerate of others. She's hopeful the election happens no sooner than summer.
If people who are overseas and need to travel to the Bahamas, they need time. So we ask, even though the PLP is ready with all its 41 candidates, we ask them to be prudent, to be courteous, to be respectful of the Bahamian people, and set a date in the summer when we can now plan to travel.
On to some other news here tonight. The Opportunity Hub's digital learning portal now available to the Bahamas, or to Bahamians rather. The initiative is a platform to connect Bahamians directly to programs to level up, be it through online courses, apprenticeship programs, or possible small business funding. At this morning's official ceremony, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis acknowledged technological advancements are creating a major skills gap in the country's workforce.
Without a properly skilled workforce, we would not have what I call a country that is providing to its citizens what is necessary for that to be a successful nation.
The public will now have all in one place access to courses under Upskill Bahamas and now energy and agriculture initiatives under the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute. Education Minister the Honourable Glenys Hannah Martin believes it's to ensure the country's youth has access to the best.
The beauty of this program, and the Prime Minister spoke to this, is access to top colleges and universities where people like these 2 young men I spoke to, never in their wildest dreams could they imagine that they could access and be certified and be more viable in the marketplace. The access to people in particular who would not normally have it in their normal scheme of things.
There is more to stay up for this late night. After the break, another fatal traffic accident now under investigation. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight at 11. That story in the day's other news this Thursday as we continue.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Wait, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it? The Marcos got that deal, but...
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
We have news coming out of Abaco this late night where police are continuing their investigation into the country's latest traffic fatality. All we know is that the incident happened near the Crossing Rocks entrance in South Abaco. It claimed the life of a man. This is a developing story we are continuing to follow. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture gearing up to open the 67th E. Clement Bethel National Arts Festival. Some of the young participants recently received overdue awards from the previous edition for their outstanding artistic performances. Danielle Dean takes it from here.
The 67th edition of the E. Clement Bethel National Arts Festival commences on the 11th of this month. And Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, says schools are highly anticipating the cultural staple.
So this is the only way we can keep our talent and who we are as Bahamian, our culture alive when it comes to our musicians and all of the artists that we have around now. We have to be able to always tap into that diamond in the rough. So we can go, that's why we go throughout the entire land and breadth of the Bahamas.
Director of Culture, Derica Delaveau Grant, reminds the public that restrictions for entry are few, giving a wide range of hopefuls a chance to shine.
It's not only for students, it's also for community persons, because National Arts Festival is for those who from age 2 to 99. So especially in the Family Islands, we have a lot of community performances from persons doing guitar, rhyming, spirituals, artwork. So we expect a whole lot as usual and even better than last year, of course.
She says since COVID, the competition has picked back up in popularity, with more than 9,000 entries last year. And this year, they expect that number to increase. 40-year musician Adrian Archer is an NAF vocal adjudicator. And he says in his 7 years as judge, the raw talent displayed across the nation never ceases to amaze him.
Yes, I was actually a National Arts winner in 1971 at Oaksville Primary School. And so I'm happy to be now an adjudicator on the other side of the table.
The competition kicks off in February on Andros and continues throughout the chain of islands until mid-year. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thanks, Danielle. And still talking culture. A big win and even bigger smiles for students and staff of Eva Hilton Primary School, the school that captured the primary school division title at this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade. Diane Dorset has their winning story.
It was a good Shockers morning at Eva Hilton Primary School as students and faculty continue to celebrate their big win at the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Parade. The school captured the primary school division title with the theme Boots on the Ground with Toy Story, beating out last year's winners Judith P. Thompson Primary School and 3 other schools with a total of 1,056 points. Junkanoo co-chair Courtney Clark says the victory was a result of months of planning and practice, with students putting in long hours ahead of Thursday's parade.
We had our shock attacks, that's what we call them, whenever we would have parents come in, teachers come in, students come in to work on different costumes. And closer towards the date, we started to do shock attacks every day, Monday to Saturday. So we worked every single day, cutting, pasting, gluing, choreo practice, everything that you can imagine, and it paid off.
Bernice Carroll, another co-chair, says the win was met with excitement and pride among the students, many of whom were experiencing competition-level Junkanoo for the first time.
They were extremely excited. I mean, the energy on Friday morning was extremely high. As a matter of fact, the energy from Thursday evening, from we paraded, they paraded all the way to Victoria Avenue. We had to stop them. So the energy was extremely high, and that transferred straight into Friday morning and even into this morning past the weekend.
Principal Tamika Adderley also stressed the importance of exposing students to cultural events like Junior Junkanoo, saying it builds confidence, teamwork, creativity, and most importantly, a strong sense of Bahamian identity.
It is important because that's who we are. This is our culture. So we must ingrain in our students, instill in our students that this is our culture, and we must keep Junkanoo alive. And it starts from the little ones. So with the training that they get in Junior Junkanoo, the classrooms, Ministry of Education has implemented Jump into Junkanoo. So that is a part of our curriculum as well. So it is very important that our culture stays alive through our young children.
Adderley added that community sponsors played a critical role, helping to provide materials and support needed to bring the school's vision to life. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorsett.
Well, congratulations again to Principal Adderley and all of our champs over at Eva Hilton. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 turns to sports next. Over to Amajal now with a preview of what's ahead.
Buddy Buckets on the move yet again. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Edinburgh Napier University, Scotland's #1 modern university, is coming to Nassau. Join their free information session February 10th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the British Colonial Hotel. Study 100% online, flexible, and relevant. Visit scidegrees.com for details.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. In the words of Grammy-winning producer Jermaine Dupri, welcome to Atlanta. This is where the players play. Well, hopefully that's the case for Bahamian basketball star Buddy Hield, as he's officially on the move yet again. Hield, along with swingman Jonathan Kuminga, sent in a package deal from the Golden State Warriors to the Atlanta Hawks in exchange for big man Kristaps Porzingis. This move comes as Kuminga had been engulfed in trade talks over the past 2 years, and for Buddy Buckets, he's seemingly falling out of Steve Kerr's rotation this season. Hield joins the Hawks after 2 seasons in Golden State. The 33-year-old is averaging 8 points, 2 boards, and just under 2 assists across 18 minutes per game, while shooting what would be a career-low 34% from three-point land. Now he left to compete with Corey Kispert and Luke Kennard, 4 minutes off the bench for a youthful rebuilding Atlanta squad. So in hoops, the GSSA basketball season winding down, and what better way to highlight it with a showdown between the two best government school hoops programs over the past 5 years, clashing at a sold-out Donald Davis Gymnasium. Our Eugene Stewart was there last night and filed this report.
A jam-packed affair here last night at the GW Davis Gym for the final game of the GSSA season between the Antal Rogers Timberwolves and the C.I. Gibson Rattlers. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
Well, if you weren't there, you missed an all-out match between defending champs, the Anatole Rogers Timberwolves, and the C.I. Gibson Rattlers. The Rattlers kept full control by going up 32-18 in the first to maintain early. The Rattlers kept control by going up 32-18, ending the first and maintaining early control. Anatole still without head coach Janico Bowles, getting a quick regrouping during the half, coming out to a close 2-point deficit, making it 42-40. In the final quarter, it will be a lights-out game from Darius Hanna to make it 56-53, and the Rattlers would put a stinging on the Timberwolves, 63-57.
We get better today, and we did. Our big man didn't get going. He's battling the flu, but no excuse. You know, a win is a win. And they played hard on the defensive side of the ball, and that's what we wanted. You know, we made shots when we needed to. But Anatole just came up and they played tough. You know what I mean? We went up 20-something and made it a game, and we was able to pull out down the stretch. But very good team. And if we buck them in the playoffs, we got to be ready and prepared.
The GSSA playoff series for all divisions begin next week, Monday. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Eugene Stewart.
Switching gears, it's perhaps the biggest day on the global sporting calendar. Super Bowl Sunday set for this weekend in Santa Clara, California, as the Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots battle for gridiron supremacy. And what better way to watch the big game than at a big tailgate party? Bahamas set to host their football extravaganza this weekend. And according to their Director of Sales and Marketing, Nadia Bowe, you certainly do not want to miss out.
So one thing we pride ourselves on is making sure that the culture is obviously represented here at Bahamas. So while you will get that wonderful stadium-style food, it will be elevated. You'll have curated specialty cocktails, and we just do things here the Bahamas way. So we want to make sure that, again, you guys have an amazing time and that you feel like you are right there at the Super Bowl at our big game tailgate.
And finally, a number of local sporting organizations have expressed frustrations online due to a recent memo by officials from the National Sports Authority stating that effective February 1st, all entities using its multi-purpose field will be placed on an assigned schedule, and new fees for clubs ranging from $200 to $600 will be implemented. ZNS Total Sports team catching up with an NSA representative who explained the rationale behind the move.
The word I would say is progress. With the fees that we are actually implementing for usage of the field as well and organizing the field, we're going to take this field to the next level. We're going to put in irrigation. We're going to put down bathrooms. We're going to bring bleachers to this facility. This is the best way to do it, a way that in time will benefit everybody who utilizes this facility. It's absolutely absurd that some persons get to come 5 days a week at the detriment of somebody else. There was no schedule here, so we implemented that to create equity and fairness. We also wanted to ensure safety for everybody using the field. We're presently having persons throwing javelins and discus within inches of somebody who's running or playing soccer or flag football. So this whole initiative is just simply to bring an organized field or play for the field, and to bring some kind of safety measures for the field as well.
And that's been a look at your sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Edinburgh Napier University, Scotland's #1 modern university, is coming to Nassau. Join their free information session February 10th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the British Colonial Hotel. Study 100% online, flexible, and relevant. Visit seidegrees.com for details.
And as we prepare to close up shop here tonight, we want to check in now with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean for a look at our weather forecast. Basil?
Good evening, Caldwell. We have that strong cold front now pushing into the southeast Bahamas. It brought a few showers here in the capital during the afternoon hours, but high pressure will be building, so we can look for very breezy and chilly conditions tonight and tomorrow, with temperatures dropping in the 50s here in the capital. Up in the extreme north around Grand Bahama and the Abacos, they can expect temperatures in the 40s, so another very chilly weekend shaping up for you. And temperatures right now around the islands, Marsh Harbor already down to 64 degrees, and it's going to get much cooler than that tonight. 67 in Greenville, Key, and also Freeport, Grand Bahama at 67. The Berry Islands, 70. Allenstown, Bimini, 67. Over in Harbor Island, 73 degrees. Roxanne, Eleuthera, 71, 72 in Allenstown, Canala. Some more 71s in Black Point, Exuma, Camp Space, Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. Georgetown, Exuma, another 71 there as well, with Rum Key and San Salvador reporting 72. 77 in Acklands and Betsy Bay, Meguana, Matthewtown, and Agua, 78. And the Turks and Caicos Island, the warm spot tonight, 80 degrees, but that will change in short order. And your forecast tonight, we're looking at strong winds developing later on, becoming partly cloudy. The low temperature tonight, 57 degrees, and tomorrow, very windy again, less humid with intervals of clouds and sunshine. The high temperature is going to struggle to get up to 68 degrees tomorrow. And your extended weather forecast looking like this chilly weather right through Saturday. We'll be in the 50s during the nighttime, and then things start to warm up just slightly as we head into Sunday, but still pretty much below our normal for this time of the year, with a low temperature of 61 degrees. Daytime temperatures remain in the 70s, starting to get up into some upper 70s as we go into the early part of next week. Carl.
Thank you, Basil, and thank you for being with us this late night. That's our broadcast. I'm Corbell Pyfrom. For Amo, Basil, and our entire team, you take care, be well, and remember, we will be looking to see you again right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.
At Harold One, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.